Welcome to episode 19 of Financial Fashion Talk Podcast. I'm the CEO, Mr. John Best.
I'm the CFO, Mr. Riley Best.
Such a pleasure to be back once again.
Amen.
Week 19. So let's go. How you doing, CFO?
Hey, man, I'm doing wonderful, man. We just had a great young people's meeting. You know what I mean? We was highly blessed. And I truly thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, how about yourself, man? How you
I'm
doing?
feeling great.
Yeah.
Feeling awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Today was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a rainy day.
Yeah.
But man, rain days you be chilled out. You know what I'm saying? You got time to be in the house and focusing on whatever you got to do in the inside.
Right.
But nevertheless, man, I'm glad to be back. How you feeling on this 19th episode, man?
19th episode, man. Going strong, man. I'm loving it, man. And we want to give a big shout out to all the supporters, everybody that's dropping comments, everybody that purchased a t-shirt, a hoodie, a hat, whatever, man. We appreciate your support greatly, and it's great motivation to continue on this path, you know, that we're on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And, you know, regardless if you spent money with us, we thank you for tuning in every week. You know what I'm saying? Because the main reason we get on here is to add value.
That's it.
And for you guys to witness our growth. And we want to help everybody else grow as well. So it's all a collective goal and mission that we're on.
Right. It's like a big collab with a bunch of artists on one song.
All right, man. So just let's go ahead and hop into what we was coming here to talk about.
Yeah, man.
And the topic that I wanted to bring up is very personal. It's very personal because personally, I hate criticism.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, in some instances of where somebody want to give me advice or somebody want to give me constructive criticism, I never wanted to admit it to myself that I had a problem being told what to do. You see what I'm saying? And that was a tough pill for me to swallow, being able to tell myself and admit to myself that I don't like being told stuff.
Right.
And what I noticed about myself were reasons why I wasn't able to accept constructive criticism. And it's a lot of reasons. And I feel that I'm not the only person. Well, I want you guys to tell me as the show goes on and we get into detail about what the topic is. I want you guys to explain to me whether or not you feel this same way when receiving advice or constructive criticism from somebody. See, me personally, sometimes we can have pride. You see what I'm saying? We won't be honest with ourselves about where we are.
True.
So when somebody comes to us with advice or constructive criticism, we tend to take it as an insult rather than somebody trying to help us. Well, I really can't speak for everybody else, but me, I get offended and take it as an insult because deep down, I feel that I'm really insecure. You see what I'm saying? I'm really insecure about the problem that they coming to me about, and I don't want to admit it to myself.
Right.
So instead of admitting it to myself, I get upset.
Right.
And reject
with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I reject the advice or reject the criticism.
Yeah.
That could possibly help me.
Right.
So like, bro, what you got to say about that? Like, is criticism a hard thing to accept for you? Or do you feel that it's a battle for like a general battle?
Man, let me tell you something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, it was a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it rain all day.
Yeah.
Consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I work outside in the element. You know what I mean? And sometimes we look at the rain as, dang, man, it's raining.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, oh, my day messed up. It's raining. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the same attitude I have taken towards constructive criticism.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just messed everything up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why you had to say that? You know what I mean? Like, why you coming at me like that? You know what I'm saying?
You kind of take it as disrespect.
Oh yeah. Because you actually speaking to somebody, an individual is speaking to you about something that could possibly help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not in a place to receive help.
Right.
And my biggest thing is I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
Man, I'm bullheaded. I'm stubborn. And when you in that kind of place, man, and you feel like you know it all already,
man, that's the problem. Ooh, that's my problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, grandma told me one time, man, she said, man, she was talking to me about something. I can't remember what it was. And she was like, yeah, I hear you over there saying, yeah. I hear you over there saying, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
But it's going in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Because, see, you don't leave room for yourself to receive anything, because you closed.
Right.
You closed up.
Right.
It's just like a balled up fist. You can't put nothing in it. And if you had something in there, it can't come out.
So what did you think, like, where did that come from?
Well, man, I think it comes from, being emotional. You know what I'm saying? I think being emotional has a big part to play in not being able to receive constructive criticism or being corrected.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not so much for your emotion. You know what I'm saying? It's for to push you further ahead.
Right. For you to make progress.
Exactly. But if you're not in a space to make progress in your mind, then how are you going to receive progress from somebody else? Because constructive criticism to me I feel like it's instructions for progress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at construction, man. I look at construction. What construction contractor will go to a site there's no construction going on? The whole crew, the foundation man pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The builders pull up to a place that's already made. What they gonna do?
It'd be no point.
Exactly. And that's how we position ourselves sometimes. We already made up. Oh, I got my foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got my windows.
I got it all
in.
together.
You know what I'm saying? I got a nice door. I don't need no improvement. So if you don't leave in yourself room to improve, or if you're not improving yourself already, then you already putting yourself in a position not to progress.
Okay, I got another question. Do you think you'll be more receptive to criticism if you be honest with yourself? Because me personally, I felt that it was my problem. I didn't want to accept where I was. So when the time came for me to receive criticism, I'm already in a position of where, like, I'm defensive because I feel like, hey, I already got it. I already know deep down, like, I'm not where I want to be. But I want to make it seem as if I got it all together. So when somebody comes towards me with criticism or advice, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of bullheaded. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably be something that really needs to be done. Like, but at the same time, I'm rejecting their criticism and advice because I don't want to face the truth about where I am.
Exactly. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and not only that, another point is, like, it's not so much about being honest. Sometimes you can be honest with yourself, but at the same time, it can be you don't want to accept what that person is saying. It can be because of who's saying it.
Oh, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going there too.
Truth,
Most
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Truth to be true. Truth is truth,
right,
regardless who it's coming from.
Right.
And I think sometimes, like, we'll feel a certain type of way because we don't want to hear it from that certain person.
Right. Yeah.
And it can be something perfect. It can be something totally what you need and something totally valued.
Right.
But because you're not honest with yourself and you have a lot of pride deep down about where you are, and it causes you to reject good things.
Oh, most definitely.
And you start being closed-minded, and you know what I'm saying? And that makes you what you call stagnated.
Yeah.
There's no growth because you are rejecting help.
Right.
Because you won't be honest.
Exactly. And with you saying that, I believe that being able to receive help starts with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The beginning of accepting help from anywhere, that starts with the individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, man, like, 33 years old, you know what I mean? Like, I got things that I need to improve on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not in a place to receive instructions, see, you got to be in a place to receive instructions. You got to want it. Just like that baby bird in the nest waiting for his mama to get back, and they sitting up there with their mouth wide open.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you got to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I know what you just said about, you feeling some type of way about who it comes from.
Right.
So definitely be mindful as well, about who you receive your instructions from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if somebody is giving you something perfectly fitting, you know what I mean, for your progression in your life,
Yeah.
it don't matter.
Okay, now let's go to another step. Now I do want to talk about confidence and insecurities because that was one of my biggest issues when, trying to receive constructive criticism.
Right.
So what I say about that is I had to realize that just because you are insecure in some areas don't make you 100% insecure. Mm-hmm. Like it's okay to admit that you have some insecurities.
Right.
Because everybody have them.
Oh yeah, most
like
definitely.
just because you are confident at something doesn't mean you're confident at everything.
Right.
So I'm saying like everybody have something that they're weak in.
Right.
Everybody have strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
So don't feel bad because somebody see that you need something more.
And somebody actually looking at you.
Exactly.
And seeing that you need something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not in your mind.
That's care.
Right.
That's care right there for that person to even.
But what I'm saying is your mental won't let you see the care.
Right.
That's where the defense come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you build a wall up at.
I'm guilty.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like somebody coming at you and not coming to you.
Right.
But that's you. But it's in me.
I'm stopping it the whole time.
Exactly.
I'm rejecting it. I'm the problem the whole time.
Right.
And you just said something. Like we just said, that person that came attempting to give advice, attempting to give constructive criticism, that person was already watching you and was impressed by you.
Right.
Like they had to see something in you. They had to see something in you to even see that it was worth coming to you about.
Right. Right.
And see, that's a whole mindset that we should have.
Exactly.
When somebody coming with constructive criticism, we should take that as a compliment.
Oh, most definitely.
It should be taken as a compliment and not an insult.
Right.
Because ultimately, it's to push you forward.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I can see you doing something that's totally destructive to your life.
Right. And
I can just watch you go to your demise. Or I can make a decision to say, you know what? I see something in you. And I don't want to see you fall to your death or whatever you want to say it is.
Right, right.
So I can come to you, in an attempt to help you avoid that situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that mindset, you'll die.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You'll probably end up in a worse situation because you rejected somebody who actually wanted to help you and keep you from, going to a certain place that you don't want to go. Yeah,
exactly. But I put it like this, man. If you're not in a place where you're actually helping yourself, then I feel that if you're not in a place where you're trying to help yourself, I feel that you're either comfortable or you don't care.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Explain it.
Because if you're comfortable, then of course you don't want to be moved out of the place that you in. You know what I'm saying? If I come ball up on the couch, and I got a bed upstairs, if I'm comfortable on the couch, don't bother me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But somebody coming to say, like, you ain't got to be balled up on the couch. Come get in the bed.
And you get mad.
Exactly.
Because you're comfortable on the couch.
Exactly, man.
You're comfortable on the couch.
So you actually just like some clay that done lost all the moisture.
Yeah.
And you can't be molded.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I put it like, if you're not helping your own self, how you going to receive somebody else trying to help you?
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that it all rolls into it, man. Being insecure.
Yeah.
Like, but if you haven't admitted to yourself and if you haven't accepted with yourself.
That's it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? If you haven't admitted it, you got to start with you.
That's right, bro.
And if you don't, you're not even looking out for yourself.
Good point. And I also want to bring this point up right here.
Okay.
Now, a lot of times we don't even listen.
What you mean?
When somebody come with advice or criticism, like a lot of times, I'm talking me personally. Hey, I'm finna stop you.
I'll put it like this. Oh well, you talking about stopping?
No, just listen to me.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Sometimes, bro, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you in your sentence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you trying to bring constructive criticism to me, And you know what I'm saying? I'm in total defense mode. So I'm like, I'm not even finna let you finish.
Right.
Like, say no more.
Go ahead.
Because I already feel like I already feel insulted. You see what I'm saying? I feel disrespected.
Right.
And it's because of how I feel.
Right.
Not about how this person ain't done nothing to hurt me.
It's how you feel about yourself.
Exactly.
It's how you feel about yourself.
And that's the whole point. Like, you got to be honest with yourself.
Right.
And that's how you be able to accept criticism or advice. You got to be honest with yourself and be real with yourself about wherever you are, whether you up top or down low. It really don't matter what your position is. It's just all about being in a place where you're able to accept knowledge. You're able to accept information.
Right.
You're able to accept help.
Right.
Because you can't grow unless you accept things that's going to help you grow.
Exactly.
How you going to grow if you're not eating?
Right. You can't.
It's
impossible. That's insane. Now I'm gonna say this, y'all, and like, don't take offense, but some of us are insane. You know what I'm saying? But insanity only means you're doing the same thing over and over again, looking for different results.
Yeah, man.
That's what insanity is. And we sit up and we wonder why, you know what I mean? Like, we're in these certain positions in our life, and we're in these certain conditions in our life, and we're in these certain situations in our life, and it's still it's the same thing continue to happen.
Yeah.
But what are you doing? Are you checking yourself?
You got to, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this, man. If you're not putting that water on your own self, you ain't finna sit up here and let nobody else do it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you ain't actually putting yourself in a place, you know what I mean, reading, you know, making yourself knowledgeable and aware of the things that hinder you, you know what I mean, and trying to strive to a better place mentally, you know, physically in life, you're not going to receive it from nobody. And I can find that personal for myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just like you were saying, man, I don't want to hear that. Yeah. I don't want to hear that. And I could be in a bear trap. A bear trap could be on my leg. Somebody can come telling me what to do, but I'm more focused on the pain,
right, than
what somebody else trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you actually have to be putting yourself in a position already, you know, of receiving help and receiving constructive criticism or receiving like knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got to be feeding your own self,
and that'll put you in a better position to be more receptive.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It'll actually like soften up your heart.
I really wanted to see. Because you know, we was recording on the app, but I'm trying to see if it continued to record for us. We're gonna go to the comment section in a while. Cause man, we really getting somewhere with this topic, and like it's bringing out some other stuff, man, because if you be honest about your strengths and weaknesses, you can only get stronger because you're realizing who you are in all of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And just because you accept criticism or advice from somebody it doesn't take anything away from you.
Right.
And a lot of times I feel like we get caught up in, you know, us being more than we think we are. You see what I'm saying?
Man,
like, you can be more than what you think you are.
Right.
And you really can't see who like where you are for real.
Right.
And you see this person from the outside see.
Right.
They see you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can kind of you kind of see less when you in the picture.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And so I think that's why it's gonna harm you when you reject the viewpoint of other people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you reject that, you know what I'm saying? Like, your vision is limited.
Right.
And we get caught up in ourselves and doing things in ourselves, and we don't need help, and we get pride and all of this stuff. And all the while, we get nowhere.
Exactly. Man, that's amazing that you went there, man, because I like that point. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see you, but you can't see who you not. You can't see what you not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you are already seeking, you know, to better yourself, then like you put yourself in a position, man, to receive.
Right.
To receive, because I believe if you're seeking to better yourself, you already in a position to grow. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in a position to grow. Man, I can't wait to get to these comments, man, because we're talking about a very powerful topic tonight. And, you know, we kind of limit ourselves a lot of times from receiving things that could possibly catapult us to a whole nother level in our life.
I want to bring up another point, bro. Like what we were talking about on the last podcast also. About looking in the mirror.
Most definitely.
You know, a lot of times we look in the mirror for the wrong reasons.
Right.
You see, the reason, every time you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror for what? To fix something.
Right.
You don't supposed to look in the mirror just to say, oh, I got crust in my eyes, but leave the crust in there.
Right.
Like, what was the whole point of you looking in the mirror? Exactly. You look in the mirror and see that your hair not brushed, but you're going to walk out the bathroom without brushing your hair.
Right.
The whole point of looking in the mirror is to make progress.
Yeah. And
so just because, exactly, to improve.
Yeah.
So just because there is an insecurity or just because there is a defect in you doesn't mean don't look in the mirror.
Right.
It means just look in the mirror
and see what need to be done.
Exactly, and do something about it.
Exactly.
So it's not bad that we have insecurities or it's not bad that we have shortcomings. Right. It only turns bad when we fail to do anything about it.
And you know what? I feel that like if you have shortcomings, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you in a good position.
Right.
You feel me?
To grow.
Because if you're not in a position to grow, then you're in a position to die.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you're in a position to die. And like that's what life is all about. Because time only moves forward.
Yes.
You can't live in 2 o'clock yesterday. You got to live in 2 o'clock today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because time is going to continue to move forward. You know what I'm saying? But if you're stuck, you can't move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this all the time. If you stuck and you can't move, then whatever you're running from is going to get you. And whatever you chasing is going to leave you.
Wow. You got to say that again, man. Say that again for the people.
If you're stuck and you are in a position to not grow and you stuck and can't move, you put yourself in a position that whatever's chasing you is going to get you. And whatever you are chasing is going to leave you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it actually has to boil down to the individual actually seeing like where you err at. Yes. And wanting and desiring to improve and be better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you got all the time, like you got it's a continuation, man. Look at successful people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They don't stop because they succeeded in one situation.
Yeah.
They continue. And also they receive whatever knowledge that they can get that's conducive to the direction that they're going in. So in order to put yourself in a position, you know, to better yourself, you actually have to have a goal. You have to have a destination.
Yes.
You have to have everything set up in front of you that's going to push you to want to be progressive.
That's right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If not, then you always going to be angry. You always going to be mad because your current situation is going to define you. Even though it doesn't define you, it's gonna define you. Like that, and then you're gonna be labeled as that person. Like, nah, man, we don't mess with him. Nah, we don't mess with him, man. Nah, man.
And that's exactly why you have to accept.
Exactly.
You have to accept you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you only gonna reject what's gonna make you better than what you are. Exactly, man. So
how can you go ahead.
Let's get the audience involved, man. I know we doing a lot of
check it on there.
Yeah, let's get the audience involved.
And they already been involved. We appreciate all the comments and participation, man, because we actually want to get everybody's point of view and perspective on this topic. You know what I'm saying? Because being able to receive constructive criticism is not my strength. You know, even though I wanted to make it my strength, I want it to be my strength because listen to it. Constructive
criticism.
But it's constructive.
Right.
And when you think about construction, what you think about? Building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Going up.
Right. Now, if it was just, yeah, exactly.
Going
exactly,
up.
dog,
yeah.
From the ground up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was just criticism, you can get out my face with that.
But see, with growth, you know the difference.
Well, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You'll be able to differentiate.
And that's why I said you have to listen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't let people finish.
Right.
Like, hey, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Right. I'm good, fam.
Right. So it's like, first you gotta listen.
Right.
That's the number one thing. You gotta listen because you don't know what this person getting ready to reveal to you. It can be something that'll take you to the next level. So wait till that person finished to figure out whether you should accept the criticism or not. But first you gotta listen and be open minded first.
Right.
You don't reject it.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man, and like, I ain't, trying to be religious or anything, but God is a spirit.
Right. Indeed.
You feel me?
Indeed.
So God doesn't speak out of the air.
He doesn't.
But whenever he want to speak to you, he gonna speak through somebody.
Make sure you get the message.
Exactly.
Right.
But he gonna do it through somebody though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can actually reject a message from God for you to be better, but you're not in a position to receive it.
Right. Because that takes it back to that being comfortable that you were talking about.
Exactly.
And then being comfortable, you reject what needs to be done.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
You reject what needs to be done when you're comfortable. And I think I can bring that into I can bring it home with something that I feel that a lot of people deal with. Something as simple as being in the gym.
Yeah.
You comfortable being in the crib.
Right.
You comfortable eating whatever you want to eat.
Right.
That's comfortable.
Right.
So to be able to go to the gym and put in that work, bro,
you got to be uncomfortable.
You got to get uncomfortable.
Oh, we done felt it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, man. Everybody don't want to deal with that folic acid around your muscles.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a workout.
Yeah.
It's a workout.
Exactly.
It's a workout, man.
Exactly.
It's a workout. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to go through with the pain. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to go through with the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? You got to take they got pros and cons, right? Pros and cons.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to take them together.
That's right.
Because there's no situation that doesn't have a negative and a positive.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But what we get to is we always want the good part. Yeah. We always want the good part. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the good part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't want what's going to lead up to the good part.
Exactly.
We want to X all of that out and just get to the good part.
Exactly.
That don't make no sense.
It doesn't, bro. That's right. And that's a real problem. That's a real issue.
For real,
That's
man.
a real issue.
But yeah, man.
I ain't see no questions or...
I mean,
it's really just like everybody just agreeing.
Man. Let's acknowledge
people are really agreeing with us, and we appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out like we always ask you guys to do. Because honestly, this Facebook Live podcast, we did it for you guys. To be able to connect with you guys on a more direct level.
Most definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So we appreciate you guys for coming and sharing. It starts from within. Good point. Okay. We'll go ahead. We're going to go ahead and end that. Okay, we're going to take that question. Cyrus Moneymaker David said, for example, for me, I was trying to help my former business partner. I was trying to help, but he was listening. He was
listening to me.
I guess he was saying. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
And you know what? I was gonna say that earlier. Yeah. You said you don't even let him finish.
Exactly.
I'll listen.
Exactly.
I'll sit up there and listen like, yeah, man.
But you're not really hearing.
Exactly. And you leave that conversation and you go right back to the same jump you were doing.
Right. I understand what you were saying. That's exactly what we mean. You know what I'm saying? Like you can avoid what's good for you if you don't listen. Like you can be in total reject. You can total reject something that can be very good for you.
Exactly.
Without thinking about it because you're so fixated on yourself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's when you got to get out of yourself. But first you got to accept where you are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Now you can hear. Right. But a hearer don't make you a doer.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Don't just be a hearer, be a doer as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because hearing is not going to get you results.
Exactly. But see, that's why that honesty that we're talking about, that honesty is going to help them do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because that comes with being honest with yourself. I don't think you can be 100% honest if you don't start doing.
Most
Like
definitely.
some way or another, like you're not being completely honest with yourself if you don't try to make a change.
Exactly.
Like you still holding on to something.
Right.
Evidently.
You still holding on to your will.
Right.
You still holding on to your way of doing things.
Exactly.
You still holding on to that old mindset that somebody's trying to help you come from.
Exactly.
You holding on to all of that. Now think about that now. I'm walking up a hill. You know what I'm saying? But I got 2 garbage bags full of trash. But I got to make it up to the top of this hill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this trash is really making this journey a hell of a journey.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is drop the trash, and you can run up the hill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It can be all over.
But I'd rather make you feel like, oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm straight.
Exactly.
You know, but when you out of sight, oh man, shoot.
Back hurt.
Right.
Like you going through.
Right. But I don't want you to see it though.
Right. And it's not. And then the thing about it is like, that's only hurting you.
Right.
It's only hurting you.
Right. Right, man.
You going through all of this hiding. You going through all of this pretending. You thinking it's helping you,
But it's not.
but it's not.
It's not, man.
It's not helping at all.
It's holding you down.
Exactly.
It's holding you down.
We're gonna go to another comment.
Okay.
Lakeitha Murray said it starts from within. Good point. And at that point, the question is, do you even honestly care about yourself?
And see, exactly. You gotta care about yourself first. Like, you got to already be doing these things that constructive criticism is gonna present to you.
Right.
You have to already be in that lane.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you gotta already be in that lane. See, you already hearing it. You listening to it. You reading it. So when it comes from somebody else, it's like, oh yeah, I read that. Oh yeah, I already heard that. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're not already doing it for yourself and you feel like you already got it mapped out,
Man, what?
man, you ain't gonna receive nothing. Man.
Not a thing. Thank you for that comment.
Thank you for that comment, Lakeitha.
Okay,
Lakeitha
Miss
Murray.
Regina said, true. I just experienced someone coming to me 2 days ago. Good topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Regina.
Okay, another comment from
Lakeitha.
Murray. Yes, in doing so, it's like cheating your way through life, and you don't go through or studying the material or take the time to examine the situation, and always just wanting the answer or result there.
Talk.
Is no understanding of the process, just answers and no substance.
Talk.
Hey, you a beast for that comment.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, if you do reach that level, how you gonna show somebody else how you got there? That's why I remember, man, you know, when I used to be in school,
Yeah.
you know, the teacher, like, when you get the answer in math, like, show your work.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like where it came from.
Right, exactly. Oh, yeah, such and such divided by such and such, 11.
Like,
How you get that?
Right.
Somebody told you that?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get 11?
Exactly.
So, like, in improving yourself, man, you actually putting yourself in a position to help somebody else improve themselves as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you cheat your way through it, what benefit are you going to be to you because you didn't experience the hardships to get you there?
You really neglected.
Exactly. And then what benefit are you going to be to somebody else trying to give advice?
None.
None.
So let's transition.
Okay.
We're gonna go into our last point before we get out of here. Not sure how much time we've been on tonight. Been on for 34, 35 minutes going on.
Yeah.
So the last topic I want to go into, it still has to do with what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But with all of that acceptance and with all of that honesty that we're talking about, this is how you begin to start making your insecurities strength.
Talk, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to stay insecure about things.
Right.
You can get to a point where you can take that honesty and be honest with yourself and create some goals for yourself. So when information comes, when new information comes, regardless of who it come from, you can be more receptive.
Right.
Because now you already know what you're insecure about.
Right.
So once you be honest about what you're insecure about, you're
It's
gonna
no longer.
Now you're accepting the possibility of it not being an insecurity anymore.
Right.
You just opened the door.
Right.
And that's what I talked about, you being open-minded.
Right.
See, just because of that honesty, your mind began to open.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
now that you've reached that that insecurity can start being a strength for you,
Right.
instead of a weakness.
Exactly, because it makes that's what I was just saying.
Right.
You feel me? Like
Yes.
the insecurity, it's a weight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a weight. And if you're trying to go up, but you holding all this weight, you feel me?
Yes.
Like, how can you go up? You can go up, but it's gonna be very
Man, it's
hard.
gonna be tough.
It's gonna be very hard. You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
be
So, like, man, Lord have mercy.
So yes, man, we getting ready to get out of here. I thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. This was episode 19.
19,
and the whole lesson of it all, just to sum it up. Don't be afraid to receive constructive criticism and advice. And even if it's not good advice or good criticism, listen.
Right.
And then you can make the decision after you listen to them on whether or not you should accept it or not.
Right.
But don't just totally reject somebody who's trying to help you or trying to offer something that could possibly help you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Amen.
That's the thing. If you can be honest with yourself, doors are gonna open. Doors gonna open if you're honest to yourself. And it's gonna make sure that honesty is gonna make sure you progress.
Right.
And go to the next level.
Right.
Anything you want to add to it, CFO, before we get out of here?
Nah, man, you summed it all up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it begins with the individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you, like you just said, man, once you be able to acknowledge, the weaknesses and the insecurities, man, you put yourself in a better position for growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't plant seeds on dry ground.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be moist. It has to be fertile. It has to be tilled properly. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be broken up. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, look at yourself as a wild stallion. You know what I mean? And think about things that you have to do personally, before you can go out and start reaching other individuals. You know what I mean? Start with the first individual,
right?
Which is you. You know what I'm saying? Which is us, which is you, or whatever the case may be.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? But, man, this was a great topic.
Thank you, and thank you for your input, man. You really did some great talking tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Episode 20 next week. Woo-hoo. Hey, the big 2-0.
Yes,
20 weeks strong.
Yes,
Fancy
sir.
Fashion Talk Podcast. You already know we on Spotify right now. The audio was recorded tonight. We got our last episode was on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and other platforms as well. And we'll be dropping the links for you guys. So see you next week for episode 20. And the Kings is out of here.
Yes, sir.